Hello friends and welcome, I'm Sarah Liz, and today I have something really exciting for you. Trinity has a huge release tomorrow. It's their birthday month. They've got a lot of cool stuff to share with you, and I get to do a sneak peek today. So we're gonna make a card using Orange You Glad, one of my favorite quick card new release dies from Trinity, and I'll give you a few more sneak peeks at the end of this video. Then tomorrow we have a video hop, and I'll have a new card for you then. And then Friday, Saturday, and I think Sunday, I will have videos sharing some of my all-time favorite Trinity Stamps products, things that you may have already purchased that may already be in your stash, including my emergency card essentials dies. I know a lot of you have those already. And I just wanted to give you some inspiration using some of my tried and true favorites because I really want to celebrate that Trinity Stamps is turning 8 years old. For my orange here, back to business, right? I started ink blending the outside edge and it just wasn't enough for me. I wanted a little more texture in what I was getting. So I grabbed a marker and I'm just flicking from the wide end towards the short end. And then after that, I thought I would like a little bit of white on there as well, a little bit of that pith, right? We have the die that cut out the whole white part for the inside slice of the orange, but I just wanted a little texture or visual texture on these as well. So I grabbed a Sharpie acrylic paint pen. And what I like is that if you go really quickly, you just flick like I am here, it's almost a little bit see-through. It's not pure white or stark white on there. And that worked out really, really well. I've got a little bit on my glass mat. I'll just use my rubbing alcohol to clean that off with a little rag here. And then we can start assembling everything. I wanted to step this up and show you everything that it could be, but to be clear, this is a really quick and easy card to put together, and I love cards like that because sometimes I'm running late at the last minute and I just need something interesting. I went over the pith here with my blending brush. I tapped off as much of that orange ink as I could, but I wanted it to, again, not be stark white. And I used my shading Sidekick, which is a really, really fluffy brush, so I knew I'd be able to give it just the lightest little dusting of ink. I'm going to add glue onto the backs of my spokes here. I keep thinking of all of the different non-orange items I could make with this. It looks a little bit like the craft roulette wheel, if I'm honest, but for now, we'll just glue that down. If you weren't going to color all of those inside wedges, you certainly could just do that. You wouldn't need to inlay all these individual pieces. But again, we're stepping this one up. I like to add glue into the wells and then just drop them in. These are pretty big, so I didn't even need to use my pickup stick here. I'll just use my fingers to place them all in. And I've got a little bit of wiggle room with the wet glue on there as well, just to make sure that they fit just like the puzzle piece that they are, right? Because it was cut out using the same die. Then I'm going to add a little bit of ink blending onto this leaf. What I think is really interesting about this set from Trinity is that we have stitching around the outside of the circle on the orange and the leaf. They don't do a lot of stitching. It adds this very playful feel to them. And it's something a little bit different, which I really enjoyed. So I'll ink blend around the outside edge of the leaf, and then you could certainly leave the stem green, but I wanted to bring in another color just for a little bit of contrast. I'm overcomplicating this. I end up bringing in 2 different shades of brown, but quite frankly, by the time they're on top of the green, they look the same. So I would say just pick like a medium brown and you're gonna be just fine. The circle for our circle shaped card here is 4 1/4 inches, obviously by 4 1/4 inches because it's a circle, but then this piece will hang off the edge. So I am going to stack it up twice. I'm using 100-pound green cardstock here. So I colored the front of one of those leaf and stem sets brown, and then this is the back here because you will be able to see part of that when the whole thing is put together. The die cut for the word orange comes in the set, and I love how playful the font is. There's so many great things you could do with that. I used Rip and Stick sheet, which is a double-sided adhesive sheet from Trinity, and I put that on the back of some white shimmer cardstock and ran that through my die cutting machine. Then I picked the whole mat up. I cut into a magnetic mat, and I find if I peel the mat away from the die, a lot of times the letters will stay in there. I used a paper piercing tool that's pretty sharp and pokey to peel off the release paper, but leave the actual die cut in the die. So I could pick it up like this and just lay the whole thing right on top of the shadow layer. I like to press from behind with my fingers because it kind of needs to go inside of the die a little bit to pick up the sticker. And then I'll flip the whole thing over and I'll poke my pickup stick from Trinity into those release holes. The pickup stick is not as sharp as my paper piercing tool, which I like better for this. So it's less likely to actually cut into the paper or leave a mark. The O did stay inside of sort of the negative here, but I'll just pick that up again with my little pokey tool and lay that right on top. And that was pretty quick and easy to put together. The orange cardstock I layered that onto is very thin. It was like a scrap of old stuff that was honestly just on my floor, but I liked the color. But because it's thin, I'm gonna stack it up. I put one more layer back there now, but in the end, I think it's 5 layers thick. I wanted to add some dimension, but I didn't wanna fiddle with foam tape behind the rest of the sentiment that we're gonna stamp now. This is the Hey Cutie stamp set. It's so cute. Congrats on your little cutie. Better late than navel. That I'm probably gonna have to stamp that on the inside of this card before I give it away. Like, let's be honest with ourselves. I hand out late birthday cards. In fact, my baby sister just had a birthday. She turned 38 and I handed her a birthday that said happy 37th because it was the card I'd made her from the year before and never given to her. This is the life that I lead. But this one is going to say, Orange You Glad It's Your Birthday. And I just stamped that with some orange ink onto white cardstock. I put a foam pad back there to make sure I get a really good impression. I like to use either a pigment ink or like that was a dye ink from Catherine Pooler, but it's a foam pad. And so I feel like I get better coverage on my stamp with a foam pad. So if you don't have a MISTI, if you're not able to re-stamp with a stamping positioner, that foam pad to me is a real game changer. I'm going to put my orange at an angle and then I'm going to stack up the rest of these words as well. So I have 1 layer of 100-pound white cardstock and 2 layers of 120-pound cardstock. Again, you could use foam tape, but you see how small these are, right? And it's this little bubble cut. So some places are narrower than others. That said, I do have obviously the coordinating dies for this, but if you prefer them cut out using a strip die, there's a new, you guys, there's a new die set coming out tomorrow that will cut strips of every size you could ever need. It's so amazing. It's one of my very favorite, most versatile dies in this new release, maybe in any release I've seen this year. So certainly be on a lookout for that. If you're in my Patreon, I will link to that as well when it comes out. But I'm just picking this up and adding glue to the back. They keep moving on me. I was getting really frustrated, but I know what's happening. Because I cut into a magnetic mat, that's the die cutting machine that I have, the edges are more beveled than if I had cut into my acrylic plate, right? That rounding on the edge creates almost a well on the back side. Next time I would cut at least 1 layer, the back layer, into my acrylic plate so it's a little flatter so I get better contact between the word die cut and then the base of my card, and they won't move around so much that glue will grab on a little better. I'm adding glue just to the base of that stem and a little bit on my leaf to add that onto my orange. You could certainly do this just as the front of the orange as well. That would work great. And this is going to fit perfectly on my circle shaped card. That circle shaped card also comes with the dies you need to turn it into a donut. That was one of my favorite releases of all time from Trinity. We had a bunch of donuts in it. And so this I think is a lovely add-on. There's also a watermelon. I'll show you a little sneaky peek here in just a second, but I'm holding the fold on the left. I kind of like it on the left. I think people are more likely to know where to pull to open the card that way. And I will just glue those two things together. Think about the ways you could turn this into a shaker, my friends. Oh, he's so cute. Orange You Glad It's Your Birthday. But let me show you a couple more. Here's my watermelon card. It is a shaker that spins. You are one in a melon. I will show you how to make this in a future video, but it's a trifold as well. So you open it up and you see like the inside slice of the watermelon, and then you open it again to have a lovely place to write. Again, promise, tutorials for all the things. Some of these techniques, I want to make another card or two so I can show you variations on the theme. This is a favorite. I love this. A little older, a little wiser, a little cooler, and it doesn't open. It's a sliding lock mechanism. And so you slide that cooler over to open it up so you can see how he sort of slides. I'm using Emergency Card Essentials die set number 3 to create that little slider track, but if you're familiar with interactive cards, you probably could do it without that. And then you slide it to the right and it sort of hooks into this little pocket. And then this one, you guys, do you have kids who play baseball? Have you seen the ice cream shorts and hoodies and all the things? Well, I turned it into a card and then I paired it with our tiny alien, another favorite of mine from forever. Y'all, please come back tomorrow and check out the entire release from Trinity Stamps as you hop along with all of us. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I will see you next time.